guys, hope you're having a great day today. It is Thursday. Happy Thursday morning to you. I hope that your day is going well. My day is going amazing. I'm filming on Wednesday, so I was kind of excited because I was just picking the winner. I was on the live with you guys doing the winner for last week's jewelry giveaway. Thank you for all that are here and entering. I wish I could do something for everybody, but you know what? I feel like that would be a good thing to do throughout the year. No sense holding on to things if they're just gonna sit there, right? So I'm thinking in the works, as the Lord provides different things, pass it along. So today is it's actually Wednesday. So like I said, it's the 17th. Oh, and it's Christmas for you. Merry Christmas. If you're here, you might not be celebrating, or maybe you're here because you're getting a little bit of a break and breather in your coffee before your day begins. So I hope your day goes well. Remember, it's okay if all the dishes don't get washed properly, or if like the food doesn't get made or something burns or the presents get all mixed up or something breaks or whatever. It's okay. Just enjoy and smile and just enjoy those memories. Enjoy those memories that you have, but maybe you're here because maybe there's not a whole lot going on. And you know what? I'm glad you're here. I'm glad that I'm here with you. I'm glad that we can be together. Part of my channel is to be here every day. That is my goal, and is to show up every day, if feasible, no matter what. So I'm here with you. So happy Christmas morning. So I hope your day is going well. So Christmas will be a week from now for us. So you'll get our Christmas video next week. So I just did the live for everybody and happy to do that. So now I got to start. I'm like, okay, I had to sit for a little bit, drink my coffee, and I'm like, I got to get moving for my day today. So today is actually Jensen's birthday. It is December 17th. It's his birthday. He is 16 years old. Oh my goodness. The time is flying. Is it not? It is flying. And so my kids, I'm like, we have between Autumn and Jensen, they are how many months apart? 14 months apart. She was in October. How old is she? She's in October, he's into December. So 14 months apart. And then between Jensen and Maddie is going to be 14 months apart, about 13 and a half months apart. And then Maddie and Steven, are they about 2 years apart? Yeah, whatever it is, they're all really close. They're all really close in age. And so I kind of laughed because I was just filling out their journals the other day. Trying. It's something I do in a notebook. I used to on a computer, and I realized that things get lost and it's always hard. And so I started writing just in a notebook, like a school notebook. So each of my kids all have a journal that I wrote just about, different things they're doing throughout the year. And, I really enjoyed, movies are great, videos are great. I, for one, now there's a camera everywhere. Now I have a camera, you have your phone in all the time, so you get lots of photos, lots of things. But when we had little kids, there was none of that. We had a couple of cameras over the years. There's times where I'm like, wow, we really didn't get any pictures, and just because life was busy. I think I remember handing Jaden the camera, and I was going through footage. A couple of years ago, I put them all on hard drive. Switched them over from VCR, like VHS tape and all that. Yeah, the little cassette ones, the tiny ones. And I remember thinking, I had Jaden film when she was little. She was like, I don't know, 4 or 5, probably 5, 6 years old or whatever it was. But I was laughing. I'm like, yeah, but if she didn't do that filming, we would have no footage, because I was in survival mode of just trying to function, because I had so many little kids, all real close in age. And so it's just cute. And so I started doing the journals because that was something I could do. Because when I thought about camera, it was one of those things I had to think, okay, take a picture. And that just didn't happen. But I could sit and nurse a baby, which I did every day, multiple times. So I had little notebooks. So I would write down little things about my kids. And so I was just filling them out for the end of this year. And Autumn, she's not 18. Usually I stop about 18. But kind of at this age, it's like they're kind of, they remember things. You probably remember a lot when you were 17, 18 years old, maybe it depends on how old you are, but all the stuff before, you kind of forget. So I was just reading through Autumn's journal. I filled hers out for the last time, and I said, well, do you want to have her, I asked her if she wanted to fill it out one more time, and then I'll put it away in my closet for one day. And then I was reading through all hers in the beginning, and I said, you don't seem to be bothered by your little brother, which would be Jensen. And then I said, you seem content with him. And then it was and she would have been little, so she would have been just over a year and a half, right? 14 months. So she would have been real little. And I said, and then he started being there and he started crying, and you would be like, no, or he would start moving too and start crawling. She called him the boy. So she was just little. So she probably couldn't say Jensen, or she just referred to him as the boy. The only bad thing about having the refrigerator is it's loud. And so she would call him the boy. So she would write, if he would crawl towards her or get at her, she'd say, no, boy, go away, boy, go away. And so I'm like, how cute. And so she was bothered by him for a while, and I kind of chuckled and said that it was kind of like having twins, because you guys kind of annoyed each other for a little bit at a time. But I said it's just sweet seeing just different things when they were little that I had forgotten about until now. So I'm thankful I wrote a lot of that stuff down, because that was just a blur in my life. You know what I mean? You guys have cameras, videos, so this generation will know no different. But for us older ones, that was something we didn't have. And my mom did like baby books. Remember baby books? I did a couple with my kids, and then it's one of those things you have to spend $20 on a book. And when you are raising kids and trying to pay for food and water, who can afford a $20 book? You know what I mean? So I would just write on paper. But my mom, she did her baby book. Clearing my throat here. Okay, anyways, and so she would write on, I found in her, when I was looking through different things in her house, she had like little notes. So she'd have like a note of like something I did random, something cute, and that's where I got the idea from. I was like, I like reading that little story. And so she had forgotten about it. It was just one of those things. So I think as mamas, it's good to do. So as they get older, it's more of like my prayer for them, my hope for them, for their future. So I was just thinking about that. So Jensen's birthday. So sweet Jensen. Jensen was we used to call him Jensen Kitty Cat, because he used to like cry and sound like a kitty cat cry. So he always had great hair. He had the longest hair, and he always touched his hair. And then when he was little, I think I cut it so he could, he was a little boy. It was easier to deal with, because he would play with it and it would get all knotted. And then I cut it, and he would just like constantly go up and feel his hair, and there was no hair there. And I was like, so he's usually had a little bit longer hair. He likes his hair. So even now as a teenager, he likes his hair longer. And so just sweet, young man, very good-hearted boy. He brings a lot of joy to our home, like just funny in a great way, and very encouraging. He's very much like, he sees if kids are down or kids are negative or if kids are bad, and he'll say something. Like, even he's a protective older brother, so even like, I'll get after Steven for something, or one of my kids for something, and I'll let them know something, and he would step up and he'd say, now when I walked away, he's like, no, mom still loves you very much, she's just disappointed in your behavior. So I was like, so sweet. So he's always very giving. He even got money for his birthday. He doesn't have a job. I guess our kids, it's one of those things, like our kids don't get money. If they needed money for something, we would pass it to them, but it's not like we give them an allowance. We provide all their needs. We give them lots of extras. I mean, we pay for all their things when they don't have a job. So that's something, if we can't do it, we can't do it. But they just don't have money like on hand. Sometimes they get birthday gifts and cards and that. And so he had gotten a gift for his birthday. And so he's like, well, I want to go to the store. And I said, well, good. What would you like to get with your birthday money? He's like, well, I want to buy Steven a birthday gift. And I was like, that just made my heart melt. And I'm like, you don't want, I said, that gift's for you. I said, you should get yourself something. And so he's like, no, he says, I got everything I need. We got him a phone this year because he's being out. And so he was the next one in line to get a phone, and being away from home, that's good safety and all that good stuff. So he got a phone. And so he was like, I got everything I need. I got food, I got water, I got clothing. What more do I need, Mom? And I was like, that just made my heart melt. And I'm like, that's so sweet. And so, yeah, very sweetheart. So just a good-hearted kid. So his birthday is going to be like a stretch-out celebration. So today we're not doing a whole lot. It's Wednesday, really. They have church youth tonight where he'll get to go hang out with all his friends, do that kind of fun stuff. And then we're going to do a celebration this weekend. So I'll have some footage of that when we do different things. So today I just got him... I got him his favorite donuts, the cream-filled ones. He likes those. I picked him up the case of soda and some Taki chips. Not a whole lot, just very simple. We're gonna keep food simple. All his favorite foods we're having this weekend, and so he's my dairy-free boy. So if I gave him all that junk food today, that would not be good for him to go out to church. He wouldn't want to do that. He wants to be home. You know what I mean? So it's just going to be a simple day at home. I know at the end of the week he's going to go out with, I think Brooklyn's going to take him to go-kart riding and just fun things. So he'll get in, Greg's going to go take him and do some fun stuff. And so just good day for him. So simple, low-key. I also have the Try Treats box. He likes doing those. They really like doing those. So I have those we can do today. I'm looking what else. So it's going to be an easy day, a great day, but a birthday, just the actual birthday today. So it's one of those things, like you said, it's a celebration that keeps on going and going and going. So it's going to be beautiful. I'm going to stop yapping because I'm talking away here. We got to get work and get it done. So what are we doing today? I'm going to make, my number one focus is dinner. I have breakfast. Do I have breakfast? Yeah, breakfast or donuts. And I have lunch. Yes, the fajitas were so good yesterday. And so I'm going to work on dinner today. So I have had this recipe for a long time. I talked about Olga's If anybody knows, for you that gave me the recipe, thank you. Olga was a restaurant in Michigan. I don't know if it's still around. Greg and I, when we were dating, we would drive down to Lakeside Mall. That was the big mall to go to. I believe it's closed now. And we would go to this restaurant called Olga's. Now, he liked it because it had lamb gyros, and he liked those. Myself, as a young person, I didn't like meat, so I would always get like the vegetable ones. Like there was a Chinese one, or like something with like carrots and stuff in it. It had Asian one. That was what I ate. I wasn't big on the meat ones. When I was a teenager, I just didn't like meat. And so, but the bread was really good, and I still remember, it's just delicious bread. And it probably in my head is different than what I envision it, but it's good pita, like not pita bread, but good flatbread, I guess is the word. I know that, I think Sam's Club sold it at one time. It's like round, it's got the holes in it. Pretty sure it's not the pita bread where it's, you know, like got the little layer inside. It was just more fluffy and soft. So I made a flatbread one time on the stove, and it was good. It was good. And so someone actually sent me the actual Olga recipe. So I have that here. I've had it for months. You've given it to me. It's been on my list to do. I just have not done it, but it's here. So this was from when they posted it in the newspaper. She sent me the actual newspaper clipping where they actually had the recipe. So we're gonna make this. This is gonna make like flatbreads. So then what we enjoy eating is, the kids all like it too, is flatbread tacos. So simple, sour cream on top, with some ranch in it, and then meat mixture with beans, and we can put lettuce on it and cheese, tomatoes. It's delicious, yummy. Everybody loves it. And so usually I buy canned biscuits and flatten the biscuits. Well, now the biscuits are what, $2 a can or whatever they are. It's kind of like, do you spend $4 on that, or just make it yourself? Make it yourself. You can buy the biscuits. That's a great thing too. Just you flatten them out and cook them on the stove. They do good. But I have found, I didn't make the Olga brand, but I made the other ones, and everybody really liked them. So we're gonna focus on that for dinner. And then my other focus is salad material. I bought all that yummy stuff to make great salads with pumpernickel bread, croutons, all the good stuff. So we're gonna do that today. That's our goal today. And then have fun with the kids and enjoy life. So you ready to enjoy some fun time at home? All right, let's get moving. I'm gonna start making my my ingredients for the Olga bread. I got that sunshine coming in there. We don't have blinds. I have to stand back here. So, okay, let me get milk. I gotta take 1 cup of milk and scald it. I'm gonna go stick it in the microwave for a few minutes. Okay, let's get that. Okay, I got that sunshine coming in here. I can't complain that there's sunshine. So this in here has a cup of scalded milk. There is a 1/4 cup of margarine, which I was happy to see, margarine instead of butter. And then I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup of honey. So we're just gonna eyeball it, of course. Right there, I think that's about good. That'll be about good. And then you need to add a teaspoon of salt. Do we have a little? Ooh, the drawer's filling up. All right, we're gonna let this cool for a few minutes because it's all scalded. And then this one is a 1/4 cup of warm water, and then I'm gonna add in yeast. How much yeast is it? It's a package of yeast, so I'm pretty sure that's 2, almost 3 of these. And then a teaspoon of sugar. Teaspoon of sugar. All right, we'll let this sit for a minute. This has got to cool. I could put it in the refrigerator. Give everything a time to activate and do its thing. Ooh, that sun is so bright. So what I'm gonna do, I have to wait for the, actually, hold on. I'm gonna go look for some bags. Hold on 1 second. Put my milk in the refrigerator to help it get colder faster. I'm gonna take my grapes yesterday. These are all frozen. These are so good. They're so good. So I'm gonna just put them in bags, put them in the freezer. This is probably one of my favorite snacks, which is interesting. I like to munch sometimes, and so nighttime, especially when I'm working upstairs, I could grab a bag of chips and eat the whole bag of chips because I like that. And so instead of grabbing that, I've been grabbing frozen fruit, grapes, mangoes, and I love it because it's like, it's cool enough, it's filling that way versus like the raw ones. So I really enjoy these very much. I know you can put coating on top, you can do a whole lot of different things. I just like them plain. So I figured they're good that way. I think they're gonna be, I know they're gonna be amazing. Okay, so that gives you a full bag. So this would be, if I'm starving and I feel like I can eat a whole lot, I can take a half a bag and eat those in one sitting. Yeah, I just could. But about 3 snacks in here. So for the money, you spend a lot on grapes, but I figured it's healthier, it's cheaper, and so it's better for my body to fill up on this than garbage. So it's not bad. It'd be better to get them at a different price, cheaper price when they're on sale. I already have before, but I knew that this is something I do like, enjoy munching on. So I figured the big giant mango bag, I like that, and that's about $10. So I figured, what do we spend in grapes? $9 in grapes? I think we spent $9, $10, yeah, about $9, $10 in grapes. So it's about the same price, but these are really good. I've been waiting. I'm like, I pulled it out of the refrigerator thinking it's gonna get too cold too fast. No, it's taking forever. So then I just poured it in here, and just in a few minutes it got cool. So I was like, okay, let's continue, because you don't want to add it when it's hot. I had to Google the temperature. If it's above 130, it will die. So you want to make sure it's below that. So, okay, so we got a cup of milk, scalded, a quarter cup of honey, quarter cup of margarine, and a teaspoon of salt. We mix that up. Now we have a package of yeast, warm water, and sugar. We're gonna let that mix, and then you add an egg. I'm gonna pour this in first, and then I'll do an egg. Like I said, the machine, you could sit here for a little bit. It would eventually mix it up, but it's just, if you whisk it up yourself, it just mixes beforehand. So then you're gonna add in 4 cups of flour. I'm just gonna use regular flour for this recipe. I don't really, just because I have a lot of regular flour, I don't really know, because it's not bread like loaf bread, you know what I mean? So, all right, let's turn this on. We'll add 4 cups of flour. Okay, while that's mixing up, I'm gonna make the layer that goes on top of the flatbread taco. I don't even know, is it even called, hold on, let me Google this, because I don't even know where we got this recipe at. You have been using it for years. Let me look and see if there's something it's really called. Okay, Googling it, there is some older recipes called flatbread tacos. So there is, I don't see the, they just use sour cream. Looks like, what is that? I gotta add, hold on, I gotta add some flour. I don't want to add too much, so I keep watching it just to make sure it mixes good. Okay, so what we do for our layer of flatbread, we take sour cream, so I've got the diet one here, and we add ranch powder to it. So it's about a quarter cup is a package. So I'm going to try to go real slow. Mix that into this container, so I don't have to dirty another container. I don't mind dirtying another container. I'm just going to do my best to keep it all in here. Let's see if I can do that. You know how. Don't even bother, make it easy. Okay, the recipe said make it till it's sticky. That's a good dough. Any milk-based dough is going to be nice and soft. So I'm going to put the lid on this, and I'm going to put it on ferment, and we're going to let it double in size, and then you just cut it up and roll it into 16 balls, flatten it, and you cook it on a skillet with no oil, it says. So then, okay, so then that's the next layer is sour cream, ranch. Put that in the refrigerator. I'm trying to, this is my goal. I have goals. I have somewhat goals. Will they stay that way? I don't know, but this is the extra refrigerator, trying to. Then, like, if we need a sour cream, I moved it from there to this one, and then same thing with like drinks, from there to this one. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. It just prevents this refrigerator from being open 10,000 times. I know this one gets a lot of condensation around it, and you know, I'm assuming because it gets open all the time. So we're gonna try to focus on this one. So I moved that over there, so hopefully that'll be good. What you do for your next mixture is your meat mixture. I think we have done this, I know I've done this multiple ways over the years. You do taco seasoning, and do, these are like plastic all of a sudden. To be able to open that up, yeah, you can't open that anymore. Let me get some water. But I guess putting water in it, it's better in the plastic than the paper. But anyway, so I've done this multiple times. I want to say, I have it in one of my old cookbooks, this recipe. I believe you use pinto beans, taco seasoning. I even think we added diced tomatoes for some reason in my head, but we don't anymore. We adapt. You adapt to the times and what everybody likes. So what I do for this is we just take the meat, add taco seasoning, and then I'm going to add, we like these 3 mixed chili beans. Put that in here, and that's it. I'll probably do 2 cans because this is a lot of meat in here. It was a big package. I feel like this was part of my old one, and I feel like this was a good 2 pounds in there. But it can be used. We have a lot of tortillas, so they can make tacos with it. But I might have a lot of flatbreads. We'll see how much we have and how much gets eaten. This is a dish everybody likes, so I'm not worried about leftovers, but I do have like chicken fajitas in there as well. So, but I know that's another dish other kids like. So whatever, either one can go in the freezer. Like I said, I was kind of cooking, just down, let me turn this down. Cooking so nothing goes to waste, but like, ooh, that one I don't mind because the fajitas, I can pull out the peppers and then just take, there's only a few peppers and onions. I think I pulled most of them out and ate them. And then I can just take the chicken and put it in the freezer and use that for soups or anything, so that won't go to waste. And then the same thing with this. If it doesn't get eaten, which I know it will, I can just put this in the freezer, pull it out, throw it in chili. That's the beautiful part of it. So this is good. Okay, yay, look at it, done. My goal is to get this done because I would like to enjoy my day with my kiddos. And when I mean enjoy, just not have to do anything in the kitchen. Like as soon as I can walk out of the kitchen, that's when I feel like my day is, like I'm good and done. You know what I mean? When I can just sit and watch, like we like watching The Chosen, so we can watch that. I want to take my kids for a walk. That is enjoyable, and then we'll do the try treats. That'll be fun. That'll be fun, try treats, and just enjoy. You know what I mean? And then we'll just have my day outside, and then we have church tonight, so it'll be easy, and that'll be a fun evening. So my Wednesdays are usually a little bit busy anyway. So that's it. That's the meat mixture, and then what goes on top? Cheese, which I know we have out. I just have to cut the lettuce. Let me get the lettuce, because the lettuce is the last thing I always cut. I would buy shredded lettuce if it didn't go bad so quickly. Just out of pure, I don't know, some things you don't mind doing, right? Like I don't mind doing a lot of things, but shredding lettuce, I like the bag. I mean, I love the bag stuff. I'd love to just buy the bag stuff, have it last forever. I just know it doesn't last forever. Does Sam's Club sell that? Do they sell shredded lettuce? I have, like, every time I've ever gotten it, it's one of those things where like, oh, it's bad within a couple days, you know what I mean? Because you cut it and it gets that way. So I don't know. Does anybody else buy shredded lettuce? Again, that's just my, I guess, you know, you have a splurge on things. Some things you splurge on, some things you don't. I would splurge on shredded lettuce. I just don't know why I don't enjoy cutting it. I think buying it in a bag is so much better. So I'll cut some, but we are going to be doing chopped subs tomorrow, so we'll use it for that as well. Okay, put those in the trash. That's done. Let me get my lettuce out so we have that for today. All right, one of my viewers asked me, I'm going to cut, I got my head of lettuce. I'm just going to cut it right now. One of my viewers asked me if I liked my new cutting board. One of my viewers got me a cutting board, and it's got, she saw me doing my plastic ones that I've had for way before in the mountains. I just use those same ones. I have that one, and I have a wooden one that I just put back there. It's bigger, but it's one of those things that you should leave it all the time, but it's like I don't like stuff on my counter, so I don't leave it out all the time. So I have it in my closet over there, and it's one of those things where I'm like, if I don't get it out this year, I'll pass it along. And so she got me this, and this is nice because it has a handle. When it dries, we twist this, it sits up. This is good. You can have the veggies cutting, and then you have your meat cutting on the other side. And so what do they call it? Is it, I don't even know, stainless steel titanium or whatever it is? So they asked, do I love it? Yeah, I love it. I love it. The only flaw, there's a, minor flaw, nothing that bothers me, is it could be a little bit bigger. But I did not, I mean, maybe just a little bit bigger, because when I go to cut, I kind of like to, spread out a few things on here. Not a stress for me. It's one of those things that it was a gift, and I was like, wow, someone looked at what I did and like saw my cutting boards and was like, it's time for you to get new cutting boards. And so it's one of those things I would never go buy. I can go buy a cutting board. It's like I physically can, but I just use the same ones. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it doesn't bother me. I get the whole plastics and food and everything else. I understand all those things. And so that was just very kind. So I am just thankful, because every time I got with it, I'm like, that was a gift that one of my viewers looked at and just said, she needs a cutting board. I'm going to get her one. And so very thankful for it. So it's great. I think they've got a lot of versions. So like I said, it's when you go to cut, I should cut that bottom piece out. Hold on. And there we go. It's that, like if it had a little bit bigger area, I could put the whole lettuce on there. Does that make sense? So, but not a complaint, not anything. That would just be my flaw. If you would get, I don't even know what size this is, but I would get a little bit, compared to the knife, I would get a little bit bigger size personally, but I'll be using this forever until this gets very worn. So let me cut this real small. Okay, we're going fancy. We're putting it in a Ziploc bag, and I use Ziploc bag. I don't mind doing that. It's one of those things because since the refrigerator, it's good. So any tips? Give me some tips. I'm learning as well. So is this going to stay longer if I take all this out? What if I put a paper towel in there? Will that help absorb it? I know it does for veggies. Does that help? I don't know. Again, I like even me chopping that, I should sit there longer and chop it. I don't know. I just don't enjoy it. I like that nice finely shredded thing. And I know I can do it. I just got to do it myself. You just got to do it, right? Like weight loss, you just got to do it, right? I understand. So we're going to put that on top and see if we can get all the air out. See if that works out very well. Okay, look at that. So this will be great. We'll put this in the refrigerator. The meat's over there. It's cool to put in the refrigerator because today some eat before, but most eat tonight at 9 o'clock tonight. So I'm not worried about the food. We'll put that in the refrigerator and then we'll just make them as they eat them. And then if they want to put, I've got tomatoes here. Most don't put tomatoes. I like tomatoes on it, but I'm going to be having salads here that I'm going to make in a minute. And they like cheese. I said there's salsa as well. So flatbread tacos winner. When these get risen, we'll do those next. So let me get my next one. The next thing I'm going to do is the salad. I'm going to do like a salad bar for myself, trying to eat better. My kids are not going to eat pumpernickel bread. They're not going to eat salads with beets and garbanzo beans. They'll eat salad. They have plenty of good things to eat. That's just not feasible. I like the weird stuff, so I'm going to put together a weird salad bar for me. And so then I can have it made. It's much easier to grab when it's in the refrigerator and to take, because like right now I'm looking at the donuts right here, because donuts are delicious and Publix donuts are really good. Tim Hortons is not open yet. I'm waiting for Tim Hortons. I'm like, I think I'll splurge when Tim Hortons comes, but I do have donuts today. And these are for Jensen. Look at those, the mini Boston cream. I like those. He likes cream donuts. And I picked up some chocolate ones at Aldi. Aldi has a lot of donuts too as well. I didn't know that. So instead of like getting stuff like that, maybe later I'll have one. I don't mind having something, but the salads I enjoy if it's a good salad made. You know what I mean? Because it's one of those things like, oh, you gotta actually make it. And I don't like, I guess I don't, regular salads, you just have to be in the mood for it. For a while I was loving the kale and the cranberry and the almonds with the poppy seed dressing. Bought lots of poppy seed dressing because it was on like a season, and then like I stopped eating it, and like the last thing I want to eat is kale salad, so I ended up throwing away a lot of those dressings. That was a waste. Yep, that was. And so just got to get the right mixture. So I'm like, I like going to salad bars. I don't often, but Brooklyn and I went, and I'm like, I love their little salad bar. That was so good. So I'm like, what made it good? It's everything I have at home. You just got to make it. So we're going to do that. So I'm going to get out my pumpernickel bread first. We're going to make croutons, homemade croutons. Put a few on your salad and we'll be good. Let's get that out. All right, so let's move on to making your own bread croutons. Did anybody else, like, this is before internet. Like, I have to remember, I grew up before internet and before letting you know how bad everything is for you, right? So I remember my mom, she would get bags of croutons and we would just eat them, like normally eat them, no big deal. She'd get the good giant big bag at Sam's and we would just munch and eat them like no big deal. And then as I got a little bit older and then realized, I'm like, wow, those are good snacks. Then I went, oh, those are all deep fried. That's not really that good for you, okay? Whatever, no shame to anybody. You do what you can do, you know what you can know. I did not know that. So croutons are normally deep fried. That's why they're delicious. And so stop buying them. The kids didn't really choose them whenever I had them with a salad. They really didn't like salad. So I just didn't do it. I think there was a couple times I made them, but like I was the only one that ate them, and I'm like, I shouldn't be eating all these croutons. They're not that good. But I'm gonna make them so that they will be lastful and they'll be good. And I don't need that much in my salad because it's, you know what I mean? So I've got pumpernickel bread. You can use any kind. I just really like their pumpernickel bread. It was just that good. And so I'm gonna cut these tiny. Last time I did bigger cubes. Make them into small cubes because Ruby Tuesdays is so small. Does anybody else like pumpernickel bread? Oh my goodness. I haven't had pumpernickel bread in a long time. Oh, that's good. It's weird. Like my parents, this is pumpernickel and rye. We didn't really eat rye bread, but we did eat pumpernickel a lot. I just remember that's good. Good old pumpernickel. Yum, yum. Remember the Barney song? Yum, yum, pumpernickel bread. Remember that? I don't know. I just remember that line. Anyways, so we're going to cut these up real tiny. Put them in a bowl. And then the recipe, I looked at like 3 people that did Copycat. So it's basically, if I did this whole bag, it's 1 stick of butter. And then I'm using salted butter. So they said, don't add salt, but use garlic powder. So I'm going to use that. And then somebody in the comments said, my waitress said to add Lori's seasoning salt to it. So we're going to do that. So delicious, yummy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I hope it's as good in my mind as it was at the restaurant. I know it will be. So let's cut these up real tiny. Maybe because it's rye bread, it tastes softer than what I remember. Like you can really taste the pumpernickel. I just can't really taste I mean, I can, but it is pumpernickel rye, so maybe that's why. I don't really know. Did we always have pumpernickel rye bread? I'm not sure. I still remember the little tiny, and you bite down, you get like that little seed of whatever that is. It's not bad. I mean, it's good. Good, mind you, but I'm sure it's been added to and deducted from and everything else. Okay, let me add butter and we'll put some stuff on top. Okay, so I'm gonna mix this up here and use my coffee cup. We're gonna put garlic in here. And then we're gonna add some Lawry's seasoning. Because yes, the more seasoning, the better, I always think. So let's stir that. You want to taste it, make sure. Is that good enough? I was like, is that good enough? Okay, it was just that in the mix, and then you pour it over top. And we're just going to coat it. Just like my parchment paper, thank you, Miss Carol. I appreciate it every time I pull out a piece. That was a gift as well. Okay, look at these, taste delicious. They already taste good. Okay, so I'm in a single layer. I might have to do two. You know what? Let me get another one out. We don't want to overcrowd. This is perfect. So I'm gonna put this in the oven and bake it for 10 minutes. I'm gonna make sure I kind of push it around so it's crispy all around. It's crispy on the outside and soft inside. Don't you love when the sun beams in your kitchen, you see all the dirt? I'm like, ooh, that oven is dirty. The front is dirty, it's all good. I didn't do it with my deep cleaning like I did on Monday because I was shopping, so. Okay, now I'm gonna get out my ingredients for my salad that I'm gonna put in the weird things I like. You let me know your weird things, I'll let you know my weird things. Let me get everything out. It's the best when you drop eggs out of the refrigerator. I was like, no. So I remember a hack a long time ago, because you drop it, you try to pick it up, it's all gooey, pour salt on it, it picks it up easier. Well, now I'm using, like, salt's expensive. I think salt's expensive. It's no longer like $1 unless you use the iodized salt. So I didn't want to pour that. I'm like, what else can I put on this to scoop it up? So baking soda works really well. I'm like, that's cheap. So I put some of that on there. It worked real well. So I got out this right here, another gift from one of my viewers, and use this and love it. So I'm gonna do some hard-boiled eggs. I might do 2 batches of these and just keep some in the refrigerator. Yeah, I might do that actually. Okay, let me stand your eggs up. This is very simple. I love this for eggs. You pretty much get eggs that are perfect. If you don't, it's because I let it sit too long or I took it out too early. It's always on my end. Isn't it always on our end? So I'm gonna plug this in and turn it on. So which strange things do I like to put in a salad? I like a good spring mix. Not weird, I guess. I like that. I like cucumbers diced up. I like shredded carrot over there. Gonna love my pumpernickel thing. And I like beets. I like beets. I'm gonna put that in there, and then have to have some kind of protein. I don't mind chicken. Chicken right now is not my favorite. I'll eat it. I had a fajita last night, but I have to like work through the whole thing. I have no idea. It's just it's a weird mental thing. Yes, it is, but I think it's the time in my life right now, because normally I'd eat it and no big deal, but I can do beef. I like beef. If I had beef, I would put that in there, but I do have some, I just don't want to cook it. So I'm gonna I have a lot of cans of these in there for whatever reason. I don't know why I bought a lot of these, but I did. So I'll put these in there for Dad. I don't love peppers. I'll eat them though, so I will put that in there because I know it's good for me. And then I like tomatoes. So I'll put some tomatoes in there, and then I've got these I bought at the store, crispy onion salad topper. I probably won't put them on because they'll get smushy, but this will be good. And then I had a huge bag of these that I bought a while ago, and nobody ate them. I bought them to put on cottage cheese. That would have been a good thing too, but I like a little bit on my salad. I don't just different things. And then I even like sauerkraut. So I'll make the salads with the veggies and the beans and stuff and put them in containers here. But the sauerkraut I'll put on when I eat it. The crunchy stuff I'll put on when I eat it. Can I put the eggs in here? I can keep the eggs as long as I keep them whole. They'll be okay. And then we have cheese. I can put some cheese on it when I go to make the salad. And then the breadcrumbs, oh, those are so good. I took one out and took a bite. I was like, oh my goodness, why are these so good? Yeah, they're so good. So a little bit on your salad is a good thing. So let's go over here. or shall I make and cut? How should we do this? Let's create and cut at the same time. So I will, oh, and peas. Peas or something. Does anybody else like peas? Frozen peas. I don't mind canned peas. Canned peas and mac and cheese are good, but frozen peas just have that bite. They're so good. So let's put the layers in, and then I'll cut up and then add to it, and then I can see how much I need for each bowl. That's good. Let me stir this over here. Let me show you. It's so good. Maxine came to join me. She was like in the living room. She's like, okay, I guess I'll stay and see you. Don't mind the dirty oven. I have not cleaned it. I'm okay with that. Very dirty, but these are so good. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. I think they're ready. Oh, they're ready. Oh, where's the heating pad? That's so good. So delicious. They're simple, yummy. Is it the buttery bread? I don't know. It's just that good. I know regular ones are good too, but it's really pumpernickel. Oh yeah, they're ready. Okay, shut that off. Oh, which one's off? That way. They're good because they're like crispy on the outside, but they're soft on the inside. Oh, so good. By choice, I'd rather just put those in a bowl and eat those completely by themselves. But a little bit is good. It'll be good. So, okay, let's create some bowls. I'm gonna do 5 salads. I think that will take me until when I need to restock stuff and when I'm gonna go shopping next, because I told you we're off a day, even though it's Thursday for you. It's only Wednesday, so I got one for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That will take me 5 salads. It'll be good. I've learned over the years to not worry about shredding that last little bit of carrot, because I think I got rid of my shredder because I got so tired of like scraping my finger on it. And I'm like, put it in the food processor, put it in the chopper, put it in that one that twists. What did I go back to? I did keep the big giant massive chopper. That may go. I might not chop as many veggies anymore, but this works just fine. Works just fine. Gives you a little arm workout as well. My eggs are done, I see. I gotta get some water and ice and put that in there. I'll eat these 4 little carrots. Okay, it works out really good because I did put my ice container in my refrigerator. It's a great refrigerator, bespoke refrigerator, great, it's wonderful. It's got flaws though, it's got flaws, and I don't know if it's just Florida warm weather. That could be, I could be complaining about it. I'm not gonna complain, I'm just gonna show you the flaws of it. But like old fashioned side by side, they got that ice machine at the top. You get a full thing of ice all the time. Do you have that here in Florida? Probably. We got this one, and it works, it's good, but the ice, let me show you. It fills up in here, right? So I just put this back in here because you're limited. You just get this tray. It doesn't automatically push the ice forward. So like forever, I'm like, and it takes a long time to make ice. It's more than 24 hours if you go from a regular, empty refrigerator. So you gotta constantly pull your ice forward. I try to do that every morning, but I took the tray out thinking, why don't I just have the big container in here? Because it's way bigger than this container. But again, it fills up in the back and then it all dumps underneath in the back. So that's why I have to clean it out. So I'm gonna see, I think it just stops here. For whatever reason, it just stops, it doesn't make it. But when I don't put that container there, it dumps in the back of the freezer. So that's, okay, so that can be flaw, not a big deal. And then we have water right here, which is great. This thing, it doesn't matter if you, I don't know what the secret is, but sometimes you put this in here, it doesn't fill up and you're like, oh my goodness, because this is your cold water. You can get it from here too, but when you're trying to fill a big pitcher, this is just coming from the ground and it passes through whatever's in the system to stay cold. It's not frozen. This is your cold pitcher, but it's small as you can see. So I went to go grab water out of there and it was empty and I was like, oh, so you gotta make sure you put it in here. But I don't know, we've done anything, there's sensors, I wiped everything. I'm like, sometimes it just randomly does not work. So I got smarter. I finally put, don't mind the refrigerator, it's kind of empty, but it's filled. This pitcher back here full of water. I did that, and then I also took and put, no, not in here, I put it in the other one, a couple mason jars full of water. I was drinking out of it, so I put mine over here so nobody would drink it. And just filled those up and put them in there, because when we were using up all of our water bottles, like we bought them all for the hurricane, and then we had like, I don't know, 8 cases of water. I usually buy them every year in the spring, summer, and then we have them for hurricane season, because if you're without water, that's something you need. But by the end of the year, you need, unfortunately, they just get yucky, and and water should last forever. It should, shouldn't it? But it doesn't, and it's because the plastic leaching into it, I have to assume. So we usually drink it up, okay? So the $30, what is it, $3-4 a case, so $30, no big deal. But we really like drinking from water bottles, and so I'm like, we just need that convenience. We don't like water bottles on the counter. I don't like the way Florida water is in metal containers. It does a weird thing to it. Maxine wouldn't even drink her water with metal. It's city water. It's obviously lower. It's not like coming from a mountain spring or mountain fresh water, so it's definitely not as good if anybody knows city water. But so I started doing the mason jars, and I'm like, that's easier to grab, and it's always in the refrigerator cold, so I'm gonna try to do that more, just so that I can, grab my water and do it. So, all right, that was a random side fact from Amy. Okay, let's add the carrots here. So I think I said all that because I went to grab the pitcher and it was empty, so I think I can pour the other one in there. So those are doing its thing. The peas have been straining, so that's good. The key is you want a lot of liquid out. So I'm gonna do next the garbanzo beans and let them sit real good, and then I'll do my beets, because I don't want, the beets they're full of liquid, and so that'll turn everything like all wet, and then I want to avoid the wetness. If you do like jars, it's a little easier because you can put the wet stuff in the bottom and go up, and that makes your salad last longer. I used to do them in our plastic containers, but I'm wanting convenience in a big pan, so I'm just gonna make sure it's good and dry before I put in. Might even put a piece of paper towel on top. I don't mind that, just so it absorbs any kind of liquid. All right, let's keep making salad. Okay, this to me is dream come true salad bar. So yes, they're filled, yes, they go. This will be more like, this is my one meal a day. I'm not on some crazy thing all the time, but sometimes, certain times, I've found that if I eat just like one meal a day, that doesn't mean like I literally ate some carrots. I grabbed some of the beets. So it's not like I'm just like not eating all day long and fasting, but I'm trying to just have my coffee in the morning, lots of water. And then if I'm hungry, I will eat. Yeah, gladly eat. There's nothing wrong with eating. Nothing wrong with eating. It's just about my season and time in life. And so I found that if I can wait till dinner, not always, but sometimes, I can have a big salad like this, and this will be really good. So this week we have salads. Do I have that every week? No, because I don't always have fresh vegetables, because we run out of, not run out of food, we run out of fresh vegetables, and I'll use my sweet potatoes. I'll use my canned whatever. We'll do the rice and peas and carrots and some beef. We just do something different, but I have something. This is gonna allow me to go, okay, let me grab this. So on top of this, we'll go my pumpernickel breadcrumbs. Oh my goodness, yes, yes, yes. These are so good. They even cooked a little bit longer. Yeah, some are a little softer inside. They're so good. So these right here, delicious. I will put some, and then I'm gonna put them in a container. They'll stay on the shelf for, they said 3 to 4 days. I've made them where they've lasted longer. I'll probably just keep my eye on them. I can put some in the freezer, because the freezer will stop it from molding, and you know what I mean? So that's probably actually what I'll do. I'll leave them out for a few days while I eat these, and then whatever I have, because I probably won't do salads next week because it is Christmas and I don't mind indulging in good food, you know what I mean? So I think that's what I'll do. So this is gonna be like, tonight I'll have a salad. I'll take a salad, chop it up with scissors, I'll put some of that, I'll put my crispy onion, some of the sunflower seeds on top, maybe a little bit of cheese. I don't really need, looks good to me where I won't even need it. And then I'm a ranch girl. I like ranch. I don't like fat-free ranch. I like regular ranch. So I will just squirt a little bit across. Yep, I know there's better versions. That's just what I like. I don't like an Italian. I just don't like those kind of dressings. So that'll be perfect. And then that'll be nice meals for me. So let me clean my mess here. We've got a little bit more here. And then my dough, is the dough ready? It's probably ready. We can do those next. I haven't done this before. I'm gonna put a piece of paper towel. I put it in with my veggies. I'm gonna go like that. Surely that would be better to absorb some of that was, because it's gonna be in the refrigerator for a few days, you know what I mean? So I'll have one today, so, oops. I think I'll choose the biggest one right here because this looks delicious. Okay, let me put lids on that. Okay, yay, so I'm getting done in the kitchen, which is awesome. Pumpernickel bread things, maybe it's just bread and butter that I like. I don't know, toast, does anybody else like toast and butter? I do, especially homemade. That's good. In the oven, I have a couple breakfast burritos. So I put those in the oven so they get crispy. Oh, look at this little dough. All right, this is the last thing is to make my flatbread, look at that. So we are going to smile for a thumbnail. Thumbnails are like the worst for me. Because I make a video every day, I have to like remind myself to smile at the camera because otherwise you just get a shot of me like not looking or whatever, and it's always like, oh, I gotta go back and do a thumbnail. So I usually never do, and usually sometimes I choose from a different video, but you know, I kind of like to remind myself, take a thumbnail, especially when you're shopping. That's like my unreminder is thumbnail, thumbnail, thumbnail. Those are my favorite ones. There's people got some great ones. That's just not my gifting is thumbnails. So look at that dough. I just rolled a piece of carrot in there. So I'm gonna do this as 16. Did it say 16? That's a lot of them, isn't it? Yes, okay, so that'll be a lot of things. And then 16 and pieces. What does my writing say? I love when I can't read my own writing. I'm not sure. But divide out, that's what it says. And then skillet, no oil. 15 seconds each side. Maxine likes the pumpernickel bread on the ground too, so I'm going to be saving this for sure because let's put it like, all my good cooks are upstairs. Randomly, where are we going to put it? Let's put it over by the taco seasoning. I don't remember where it's at. Okay, let's divide this up into 16 pieces and then we'll, I guess, flatten as best I can because when you kind of roll them out, flatten them on your skillet as you do them. I started rolling this in this drawer here. Remember my coffee? I didn't have a place for the coffee. I like my coffee by here. It's great by the sink. It's awesome. Just take the hose and fill it up. But the coffee I had like over in my pantry and I'm like, this is not like, it's not very good managing wise. I'm going constantly. So I'm like, why don't I just put it in my drawer? The one bag that I open at the moment. So here it is. Yes, so now it is spilled all in my drawer along with these things. And this is just the shove-in drawer. So I'm like going, I need to put it, I have a plastic container. I need to do that. And just leave it on the counter. Like, why don't I just do that? That would be more beneficial. Will it not? It will. I just solve my life issues because then I roll this out. It's got coffee in it. This is really good. This is Tim Horton coffee. Brooklyn got it for me. So I'm gonna go like this. And then look at that's a nice one. Okay, there's only a few more days left and probably just tomorrow. And then I will just put that like right here. Behind here. I can even probably put these things on top. Look at that, I don't really need many over here. That there, that's much better. Look at, out of sight, out of mind. Nobody sees it but me. All right, there we go. I just solved my life issues. Then I gotta clean my drawer out. One's gonna have coffee on top, that's okay. Maxine wanted to go outside, took her outside. You know, another random, I'm getting sidetracked here, but that's okay. I put my plants outside and they are doing very well. Remember this one, how it's got some brown on it? That was because I overwatered it. You know, the whole container was filled, but it's doing good. And my little Christmas cactus. Oh my goodness, hold on. Can I see you? I can't see you. Look at, oh my goodness, look at right there. That little pink thing would be a flower. Oh my goodness, my mama would be so proud. Okay, because they kind of, oh, right there, I see it. Oh my goodness, look at, right, I can't see you because it's so blinding. Look at, there's one coming. Oh my goodness, these look like they're kind of dead on the edges. I don't really know, but look at it wants to pop through. Okay, oh my goodness, maybe this is gonna go good. So this is normally doing good. It's just I overwatered it, so I put it outside. Right here is good because it gets sun for a little bit and then the shade up on top covers it. Oh my goodness, would that be something if I flowered the Christmas cactus? Oh, it makes me tear up because my mama always gave me a piece of hers. And she's like, it'll never die, Amy. You can literally leave it in a closet and it will just, not a closet, but in a dark, we had it in our basement. She goes, you don't have to do anything with it and it'll just grow fine. Well, I always overwatered it, killed it. I think I bought one the first year I was here and put it up, and then it died. And then I got another one, and I'm like, I was at the store and I saw it. I'm like, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this. We'll see. But that makes me tear up because that would be great. Just tell my mom, like, look at, I made flowers. No, I didn't do it, obviously, but my Christmas cactus would be growing with flowers. So, a little Christmas fun. Okay, stop the emotionalness. Let's roll these out. I'm not very good. Like, this one rolled out really good, but I'm not good at shaping these things. Like, I need to do it just right. But I'm doing them on the counter because they cook really fast. And then I'm literally gonna be grabbing them and putting them on. So like, see how that's off, but that's okay. I don't think anybody cares. We're not Martha Stewart over here, are we? Martha Stewart, she still do stuff? I'm sure she does. We're just doing real life. This is real life, it's not perfect. But I'll roll them all out here and then I'll just pick them up before I fry them. Okay, I'm excited for this. So I'm excited for my Christmas cactus. That's just something that excites me. Growing something that you just never have been able to do. So that's me. I think just leave it. I left it outside, and some days when it got a little bit, or the sun was out, it kind of limped down, and I was like, but then if I leave it there, we just sprinkle it, it's doing well. So I put them out in the summer. They didn't like that. It's way too hot. And I know that someone said they put them on their porch. Our porch gets a lot of hot sun, so maybe the front would be better, but I'm like, we never go in the front. We're like, never, we never sit on the front porch. It's just something we don't do. I think I sat out there maybe once and filmed a video, but it's just not anywhere we sit. I like my backyard, a little privacy. So, awesome. Okay, this is on. Like, I'm gonna look at this. How great. What a great day. What a great day. Let me go over here. Maxine, back in? You don't want to be outside? Is it not good? She's like, we'll see. She likes her little Christmas tree over there. I like my little Christmas tree over there. I'll be sad. I'm like thinking, not sad. It's going to be the end of, it seemed like last year at this time, I was kind of like, I've had the decorations up. Didn't we put them up in November? I did. Oh yeah, like the first week of November. So like by the end of December, I'm like, okay, ready to have the decorations down. But I'm like, I'm not tired of them this year. Maybe we'll leave them up for a little bit. I mean, I don't know. I say that, and then in reality, I'll take them all down. But we'll see. It's like I don't mind. You know what I mean? Or maybe I'm getting older. I think a couple of years in the mountains. One time we left it up till February. Yeah, I did. I was just really busy in my life. Greg was here. I was there, and so I left the tree up. I just left the tree up that year. So it just it was easier, and I'm like, okay, we'll get it down eventually. Eventually, we'll take it down. So, all right. There's no oil in this, so I have to just go with. Please don't burn. Let me get one. So my goal is to kind of form into a circle. Let's see. She said just cook for like 15 seconds. I put my bag over here. Usually I put it in the mother's pantry so you don't see it, but I wasn't filming. This is the reality where I would put my things right here. You don't want to see dirty bags, but I'm going to set that right there. So 15 seconds, but we'll go a little under 15. Let me check these. Okay, it's cooking. I just don't want it to burn. We'll turn up a little bit. Okay, it browns like a tortilla. Let me get another one. They puff up like the flatbread, so yay on that. I feel like this did pretty good. Probably maybe a little bit softer. I think, did I do this? I did it last time. I don't know if I actually put milk in my recipe. I gotta get a container for it. As it warms up, it'll probably take less time. All right, so I'll leave them on there for a few minutes. Let me go get a container. There's just a little left. Look at that, because they're swishy and they're soft. Yay, thank you for the recipe. Jensen laughed, or said earlier, he's like, is the birthday fairy coming from my birthday? I'm like, no, the birthday fairy is retired. So I told the kids last time, I was like, I'm not going to do balloons because we literally pop them after a day. I said, if you really want a bouquet of balloons, I will get you a bouquet of balloons. But what I'm going to do different is just give him the cash for the balloons. Like I said, already got him his gift. He's already set. He's well and paid for. And then we got snacks and treats, but I think I'll just give him the $20 that I would pay in balloons and just say, here, you can do with what you want. And so that way, the birthday fairy doesn't have to come, because I'm like, birthday fairy, I'm like, aren't you guys old? And so one thing we do is write on the marker board or the refrigerator. So I will just write on the refrigerator. Oh, don't let that burn. Don't burn it. Hold on, I gotta stay focused. So yeah, you don't want to burn. So on the refrigerator, I will write "Happy Birthday, Jensen." Everybody will come in. I do have a marker board though. I was just thinking we could put that in the corner. Let me get the marker board. That's better than the refrigerator. I gotta clean everything off. Like I haven't wiped everything down like Monday. There's fingerprints everywhere. I did my stove the other day, but I was like, it's dirty. It's dirty. So let me just get the other marker board out. Okay, better turn that a little bit. I don't want that too far. This is where the 15 seconds starts. Okay, so I'm thinking like maybe a little bit of garlic inside the dough, maybe? This would be like a nice, tacos and garlic. I don't know. Probably not, right? Just an idea, but these, if you want to do it like flatbreads, because this is for like a wrap. Like you can put chicken in it, you can do fajitas, you can do anything in it, which is really good. It's just flatbread, but yes, flavored, really great. I just want to make sure I cook them inside, but I guess they're going to go in. They'll have to heat up their dinner tonight. So I'm thinking they'll go in the microwave anyways and cook for a few minutes. So the one that gave me the recipe, it was from a newspaper. Have you made them before? Hopefully you have. Do you cook them just like she said 15 seconds? So 15 seconds would be like almost done. Or do you cook them till they're a little bit browner? Let me know what you do. I'm just afraid, not really afraid, not going to get so sick from bread dough. But I think I'd rather have it cooked. You know what I mean? So I just want to make sure it's not raw. But 15 seconds. They are much softer that way. So let me know what you do. So how great. Okay, I'm going to finish these. I'm staying here. And then I'll go make his sign. And that's good. I got one pan to wash out. Great morning for me. And I'm almost done. And it's early, so that's good. I like to get done early if I can. Today was a good day to get done. So I'm going to just write "Happy Birthday, Jensen" on here, and then everybody can come in and can fill it in with all their favorite things about him. Just something different. Oh, you usually put the refrigerator, but then this way it can kind of go around the table here. I started doing the balloon letters. I still remember in school, like my friends could do those really cool balloon letters, and they looked amazing. I can do it like if it's a bigger area, not perfect, but good enough. And so then I was like, that's not even. I'll just write simple on there, and then I wrote a few things on there, and then the kids will come down and fill this out, and then we just leave this up, and you get to see all the wonderful things that people say about you. And then for a birthday, we always go around the table when we're eating dinner, and then we say what we enjoy about the person, like make them feel special, like basically these kind of things, just to the person, so they feel extra special, extra love. So awesome. Okay, it's 10. This is the time that my kids get up. What, Amy, your kids sleep in this late? Yes, they do. Not all of them. But let me share. I was just talking to another mama, and they stay up really late in their family, and she says, we are night owls. We sleep in. And I'm like, that is quite all right. I said, like she said, as you say, if they got to get up for a job, they will. And I'm like, that's so funny, because I didn't believe it. I remember thinking when I first started homeschooling, if my kids don't learn to get up at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, they are never going to learn how to hold a job, because jobs start in the morning. What are they going to do with their life? They're going to be failures. So I pushed 7 o'clock. Everybody out of bed, and then I had some that naturally got up and were good morning people and could do well, and then I had some that struggled and they were miserable. And I'm like, it took me many years, unfortunately, you live and learn, to realize, oh, your body just does not wake up right now, so let's wait till you are awake. That's much smarter. And so what I found, my husband is a night person, I'm a morning person. I used to be a night person. I have switched to a morning, I can do that. And so in my head I'm like, why doesn't everybody just switch? But they can't. Not everybody can. So what I've learned, but you know, if you have to get up for a job, you do. So all my kids, even the ones that enjoy sleeping in, the ones that have a hard time in the morning, once they get a job, they just get up. It's like that's just their body just gets up because they know they want to go to their job. And so I don't stress over that. So for our household, since I'm filming and this is part of our life, it's like I let them rest. Like Maddie, she's an early kid. She always gets up early. She's early like me. So she's up early getting her school done. Autumn usually does too. And so that's not where my boys like to sleep in. I'm okay with that. So usually by 10, I'm like, all right, 10, usually wake up time. Everybody kind of wake up. So within the hour, everybody's awake and moving and doing their stuff. And then they do good for the afternoon. I'm okay with that because I've learned that, you know what, once they got to get up, they got to get up. My Autumn is a night child and she could stay up all night. She could do that all night long, and so she's like my husband in a way that he'll just, when he lays down in bed, his mind just wanders, like I know a lot of people have. I don't have that. I lay down and within 30 seconds I'm asleep usually. Never have a hard time falling asleep. I'm always like, all right, I'm going to bed, 3, 2, 1, and I'm out. Where my husband's like, oh, if I could just do that, I'm like, well, just go to sleep. But I didn't understand that until I had kids that couldn't sleep, and so she's kind of had it her whole life, and I'm like, it's fine, you'll do fine. Guess what? When she's got to get up early, she does, and she does just fine. She's happy, chipper, and she does good. Her body adjusts. So today is her shift to work. She doesn't have to work today. Today's her day off, so she's sleeping in a little bit, resting, and doing, that's a good thing. So I'm having them, they're kind of resting, a lot of them, because we've had sickness. Greg was not feeling well this week, and so and I think who else? Somebody else had a little bit, but nothing too bad. So I was like, you know what? All your friends are sick. You're gonna go to youth tonight where there's lots of people and lots of sickness. I'm like, I don't mind you resting a little bit more, taking care of yourself. You know, we're gonna get out in the sunshine, go for a walk, get some fresh air, all those good things, just to make sure we don't get sick, because then it knocks us out for a long time, and that's never good. So I got windows and doors wide open. We are blowing it through the house. It's gonna be good. So it'll be good. So they're gonna get up. I've got their burritos, we've got donuts. I was gonna make a smoothie as well. And then we'll sit and do our movie. It'll be like our wake up, and then they'll do chores. And then we'll do some try treats probably, and it's gonna be our day today. It's a very simple day. I'm very thankful, and just enjoy Jensen. That's gonna be a good thing. If he wants to do anything, I don't think he will today because he's gonna do church tonight, but we'll see. And then he also gets a day off chores. That's something else we do, is the birthday person does not do chores. So Stephen gets to do the trash today. So, okay, I'm going to put this up over there, and then, or actually I'll just leave it right here. And everybody can come sign it. And then, I'm like, what am I smelling? It smells so good. It's the burritos. Okay, so that's good. We got the donuts here. Life's good. So I haven't seen you in a little bit. When we do some try treats, it's a good thing. All right, so we did our movie. We watched The Chosen. We're on season 2, episode 1. Great show. And then Jensen, I said, what do you want to do today? And he said, nothing. No, I don't have to do anything. So I'm like, all right, that's your birthday. That's a good thing. So we've got plenty of food to eat and to enjoy for the afternoon. And then we have to go tonight. So the last thing of our day is to do Try Treats. So Try Treats is a monthly subscription box. We get sent it every month. The kids enjoy it. They get to try out different foods. And so for this month, we are getting food from India. So they're like snacks, not foods, I should say, snacks. So sometimes you get things, I think we've only had one time where everyone was like, maybe not my favorite, but for the most part, it's always like, this one, I want this one, this one. So it comes in a nice little, I just ripped the box open. Box, everything's inside. I've got them all sitting here opened up, and the kids, I'm like, let me do it beginning here, and then you can come up and do it. But they give you like little facts about India. Did you know? There's signature dish, which is really good on there. And then inside it tells you what your treats are. Little fun fact in India picture. And then also they give you guys a discount. So if you want to try them, go to trytreats.com, and off your first box, use the code AmyMarion, and they'll give you 15% off your purchase. So, all right, you guys want to try some?
Sure.
All right, first one. We're going to try the India's Magic Masala Lays.
It looks spicy.
Sure, I know. They smell sweet, I think, right? So you guys let me know, right? We got 4 triers. Okay, how about out of 5?
Popcorn.
Tastes like popcorn? Interesting. What do you think?
Very garlic.
Garlicky?
It was spicy at the end.
Spicy. What do you think, Maddie? 5. What do you think, Jensen?
10 out of 10.
Good?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
We're doing out of 10?
10 out of 10. Okay, 10. So 10, Maddie. 10, or Brooklyn, what do you say? They're still like trying
I'll
to.
say 6.
6. Steven, what do you say? 2. Not a favorite. Jensen, out of 10?
10.
10 out of it. Okay, not bad. So we're gonna try these ones. They have a lot of crackery things. Let's do these ones next here. These green ones,
What's the
right?
flavor, does it say on it?
50-50, they're biscuits. I don't think
these
they're
are good.
sweet and salty, it says. Okay, not bad. Steve,
I
what,
eat these.
just like a cracker or a cookie?
I would eat them with cheese.
Cheese. That's not my go wrong. Okay, almost like a really fluffy vanilla wafer. So not bad on those. Okay, let's do this one right here. This one right here would be more biscuits, buttery biscuits. So these are, they say with coffee, so are they sweet?
That's so salty.
Salty, more like a Ritz cracker?
At the end,
Okay, this one, these are good. They taste like Ritz crackers, but at the end they taste like a goldfish. So those are actually really good. Okay, how about we go for this one right here? 10 out of 10. This is parlay. Is it going to be cookies? What are these going to be? Wafer. They look like cream kind of filled cookies.
it smells like banana toffee.
Oh, it does.
10 out of 10.
I can't do that one. 10 out of 10. They didn't even try it. Jensen says 10 out of 10 on those. I think a winner. Everybody else is debating.
I say 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Okay, not bad. 10. Maddie says 6 or 7. Okay, let's go for these ones. These are, there's, like I said, there's a lot of these. Parlay is the name. So I think they're just more like little
This one
cookies.
smells like vanilla wafer.
Oh, it does. Good?
7 out of
This is
10.
like one too.
Okay, that one does taste like a vanilla wafer. Okay, let's go for another one that looks like a wafer. This right here, a little, how about these ones?
Oh, you dip them
These are milk beakies? Goodness of milk. Yep, crunchy biscuits rich with milk. Enjoy with a glass of milk. What do you think?
You have
Yeah?
to get milk.
Okay, they took them and they dipped them in milk. So they're supposed to be good to dip in milk. They smell like baby teeth or crackers or something. Good?
It tastes like an ice cream cone.
This sugar, okay. So
It
they're
says
like,
nice coconut cookies.
oh, I bet you these are really good coconut ones. I think I'll try one of those. Those probably good too. So like a lot of biscuity kind of, I wonder if that's what they have. Oh, they got sugar on top.
It's not the Boston Tea Party.
I thought it was salt.
We're gonna
Okay, so good. They were all like crackery biscuits, but very good. Like all different flavors, which is good.
goldfish.
All right, Brooklyn said she wants egg salad made on these. She says they're like goldfish, so that's good. So not bad. So yay on the try treat. So not bad. Just different, right? Like good stuff, but not terrible. All good things. So I like my favorites, the coconutty thingies.
My favorites.
These ones right here. So I bet you they're gonna be making egg salad sandwich right now with goldfish. So okay, I'm done for the day. I'm done because we're just gonna enjoy celebrating Jensen's birthday today, which she's gonna, yay! Which we'll do more like in the weekend, you'll see that. But today we're just gonna enjoy our afternoon. All right, so you have a fantastic rest of your day and come back tomorrow. We'll do more live. All right, we'll see ya. Bye.